Hey guys, so CloseBot is really magical with the V2. It's really easy to make these simple bots. It's even really easy to make relatively complex bots. We operate a little bit differently than most platforms. We don't have this big text field for you to type out. And that's because it's hard to really explain in just one paragraph for AI agents to understand what you want them to do if you're just using text input. When we have an employee and we want to teach them how to do a job, usually we graph it out for them with bullet points, an outline with images, and that's why we've built CloseBot with objectives. With V1 and V2, we have objectives that you can drag to the screen to tell the bot how you want it to proceed through information. But what a lot of people don't know is it can be extremely simple with CloseBot to build very complex bots. Let's take a look. This is an example of a bot that will get someone's name, email, phone number before allowing it to book an appointment. This is really one of the simplest bots, and it's very powerful. This bot alone is pretty complex to build with prompting. When we see all of the objectives stacked like this in V2, that means the AI can go and gather that information however it wants. It might say, hey, person visiting our website, mind if I get your name, email, and phone number? And it's free to converse like that before eventually moving on to book an appointment once it has all of those things. This is really the simplest version of bot for CloseBot. And it's the type of agent that a lot of businesses need in their business to start. Now, this example is a little bit more complex. And this is already where we start to see something that would be impossible to do with other systems that don't have a drag and drop builder like this. We have the same example as before. It's getting name, email, phone number, and then it's proceeding to get someone's reason for wanting to join the gym. Simple enough. Any agent could do that. But then we get into something a little bit more complex. We branch to do different things based on information previously collected. So if the person is looking for weight loss and muscle gain, we allow them to book on a very specific calendar. Maybe we have a certain coach that handles those type of clients. Versus if they're there for cardio or something else, we book them on a different calendar. And for some reason, maybe the cardio clients are required to pay before setting their appointment. We can use a delay variable action to wait for payment before allowing it to conversationally book an appointment. So here you can see how this would be quite impossible to build with another AI agent builder, especially with prompting alone. I mean, just closing your eyes, not seeing the image and listening to me explain what this does, it'd probably be really hard for you to know exactly how it works. But once you see the flow, it makes a lot of sense. Now let's take it a step further. This is like a medium complexity bot with CloseBot V2. Okay, now this one has a lot more going on. Here we start to see the true power of CloseBot. And a lot of your customers won't need this, but it's nice to use an application that allows you to build this stuff if you want. So again, this bot will get name, email, phone number before determining conversationally whether the person is a buyer in real estate, seller, or both. Now, if they are both, what we need to do is we need to get their budget because they're buying and selling. Add the tag in high level buyer or whatever CRM you're using. Then we need to branch and go do the seller side of things. If they're just a seller, add the tag seller, and we're going to get their address. This is the seller side of things, get their address. We're going to use an external API tool at this point to get the property value and then get their timeline for when they want to sell that house. If they're selling quickly, we need to route them to something called a wholesaler, which can handle fast sales. If they are not selling within 2 months, they have a little bit more time, we're routing them to a realtor to sell the traditional route. Now, if they're a buyer and a seller, we need to allow them to book to the realtor. And if they're just a buyer, allow them to book to the realtor as well. If we don't know whether they're a buyer or seller or both a buyer and a seller, maybe they said something else, maybe it's a spam or something, you see the stop responding and we're instructing the bot at that point, don't respond anymore. This is something that's extremely powerful and many people will want, even if you start them out with a basic bot. It always starts basic and then they want more and more things, and they're happy to pay you for it. Wouldn't it be nice to use an application that can grow with you, grow with your business, grow with your users, and allow you to rebill for that usage? That's where CloseBot comes in. Try it out today.